we suffer, right? So the law of rhythm is about timing. It's all about timing. It's about the seasons.
Facts.
So knowing that.
And it's this time.
Yeah, exactly. Harvest season. So the second tool I want to say is plant seeds in all areas of your life so that you can harvest in all areas of your life. And we're going to break that down mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, financially, because if you're not planting in all areas of your life, you're not going to be able to harvest. All right. So let's start, first of all, with physical. All right. The things that you do physically now in your 20s, 30s is going to be what you harvest physically in your 50s and 60s. So, those healthy habits that you start right now is what you're going to reap, the body you're going to have, the health you're going to have in your 50s and 60s. All right. So when you're not so good to your body and you're not so, you don't take your health as a priority, you're going to reap that. Eventually, you're going to harvest that.
Yeah, and I could say personally myself, just a week, how long ago? Couple on the 11th, just
Yep.
celebrated my 60th solar return. So as a child and even up to today, I've always been on someone's baseball field, basketball court, playing football. I've always been very active in sports, even through college, after school, after college. I still continued to play ball like 3 days a week, all the way up into my 50s. So therefore, I gave my health this very great jump start, right? So I was constantly exercising, working out, and it's pretty much turned into a way of life for me. So I'm still today at 60, still going to the gym consistently. So it's a way of life. It's not like I fall off for 2, 3 years and get back in the gym. I've never done that, right? So at 60, I'm in great health, never been on any meds, anything like that. All my body parts are still intact. I have no zippers on my body where I've had to have anything cut out. Everything works. And to hear some of these stories of younger men, like we were actually talking yesterday, Michael Bazin had a post where he was talking about men with
ED.
excuse
Mhm.
me, ER. No, they're going to ER because of ED, right?
Yeah,
So, but
ED.
yeah, they had ED,
And
and
for whoever don't know what that is erectile dysfunction.
yeah, your
Yeah.
man is a little weak, right? So, but the thing is, you're starting to hear these stories of men in their 30s and their 40s struggling with this when it's something that's tied to diet and lifestyle. So knowing that you need to eat more fruits, vegetables, drink more clean water, get more exercise, because it's all about keeping your bloodstream clean, right?
The blood flow.
Yeah, that's like the water of your body. You want to keep those rivers clean, and that blood goes to your brain, to your other extremities, and definitely to your private parts. So, those are things that men definitely need to pay attention. Women too, but just speaking from a man's standpoint, those are things that early on in life, if you're living these reckless lifestyles, drinking a lot of liquor and eating fatty foods and things of that nature, it's like they're going to wreak havoc on you. You're going to end up with high blood pressure, heart disease, diabetes. You're going to be on medication, and those things are going to affect your libido. So, uh, cleaning up your diet and things like that when you're younger, when you're older, it makes it easier. And it's not a death sentence if you're older now and you have those issues. Clean your diet up and start prepping for the next 5, 10 years of your life.
Yep. And it's true. What you put into practice now, like I said, 20s, 30s, 40s, you will reap that into your 50s, 60s, 70s. Okay. And what I want to just talk a little bit from the feminine side, women, most women are not in tune with the 4 weeks of their menstrual cycle. And that's because birth control, hormonal birth control have been a part of women's life up until they're 50 and 50, I say 40, 50 years old. So most women don't even know the natural cycle of those 4 weeks. And women literally go through a summer, a spring, a winter, and a fall in one month. every single week. But when you get in tune with that and you get in your natural flow, you know the seasons each week, you go with that and you take advantage of that. Okay. There's going to be a time that this week is amazing. It's your summertime, right? You're hot. You want to do things. And then you're going to get into that fall where it slows down and winter that cycles on.
Amen. They have a hot girl summer once a month, and you need to know when it is.
You
So
should know when it is. And ladies, you got to know so that you could teach your man, right? But I say this, most women, I would probably say 90% don't know because of hormonal birth control. We have been under disguise of hormones. And then what Russell was talking about with ED, there's a lot out here of women suffering going through perimenopause and menopause. And I believe, and I believe this wholeheartedly, that the prime creator doesn't put a pause in the menses of women if there was not a reason. And when I started to kind of go deeper into this spiritually, I realized that it's a pause so that women can get into their queen status and awaken to that if she had not already done that. Okay. So, but in this country, in the United States, menopause gets a terrible rap, and women don't talk about it. No one talks about it. But I believe you can go through these stages beautifully, gracefully, right? So I just think that, but you have to naturally know, because when you hit menopause, if you've never naturally known your body week by week by week, knowing when you ovulate, knowing all these things, you won't naturally know what's shifting and what's changing and how to prepare for it. So that's physically.
yeah. So yeah, and just to wrap that up, just knowing the seasons that
Knowing the
your
seasons.
winters don't have to be a death sentence, and you could make your winters your summer if you know what you're dealing with and how to prepare for them.
Exactly. So, know your seasons, get in tune. Remember, the Mother Earth is nature. We got to get in tune with that flow, okay?